Good morning, class 9th. Today I'm going to explain about the experimental verification of law of conservation of mass. For this, first of all, we will use a clean conical flask fitted with a cork. Also, we will take a small test tube and a thread. So, by suspending the test tube with thread in the conical flask, we can verify experimentally the law of conservation of mass by using the solution of two substances named barium chloride and sodium sulfate. So, here we will use a conical flask which is fitted with a rubber cork so that it becomes completely airtight. Now, with the help of thread, we will also suspended a test tube in this conical flask, and these two test tube as well as conical flask consist of two different solution. For this, first of all, we will use barium chloride. Now in this case, we will prepare approximately 5% solution of barium chloride. It means this solution is prepared in terms of mass by volume. It means 5 gram of the solute is taken and was dissolved in 50 ml of water. उसको हम 50 ml water के अंदर dissolve करेंगे. The resulting solution is called as 5% barium chloride solution. Mass by volume concentration term use करेंगे. And secondly, we will use sodium sulfate solution having formula Na2SO4 and barium chloride is written as BaCl2. Now this sodium sulfate solution is also taken as 5% in terms of mass by volume. This mass by volume is also called as W by V. W means mass of solute, V means volume of solvent. Now, or the volume of solution. It is again 5%, means 5 gram of sodium sulfate is to be dissolved in 100 ml of water. Now, in this conical flask, suppose we have filled it with the given 100 ml solution of barium chloride solution, and in this test tube we will use sodium sulfate solution Na2SO4 by measuring their weight as well. एम्प्टी जो वेसल्स हैं उसका वेट करेंगे, फिर जो सॉल्यूशन फिल किया है देन उसका वेट करेंगे, तो दोनों को माइनस करेंगे, हमारे पास एक्चुअल जो सब्सटेंस लिया है उसका वेट आ जाएगा. सपोज हियर वी हैव टेकन नॉट कम्प्लीटली 100 ml. First of all, we will add few amount of BaCl2 solution by weighing it on the digital balance. Suppose the weight comes out to be 52.5 gram. Then subtract the weight of this empty vessel from this. Suppose the weight of empty vessel will be 30.5 gram. So the weight of sample taken will comes out to be 22.0 gram. In this way, we can calculate the total mass of the substance taken in both BaCl2 as well as Na2SO4. Now, after complete weighing of the samples of the two different solution, now tie this sodium sulfate solution in the test tube and suspend it with the help of thread in the conical flask. Now we have to verify. Now, from this conical flask, we will slightly loosen the cork so that thread is also loosen. थोड़ा सा इस cork को हम lose करेंगे. As a result, this thread also loosen and this test tube will undergo tilting. This test tube will tilt out and will mixes with this barium chloride solution. Now this test tube undergo tilting, थोड़ा सा झुक जाएगा ये, and the solution will falls down or mixes with barium chloride solution. Now the resulting equation comes out to be BaCl2 solution use किया है, dilute solution है, therefore the solvent used is water, hence we have used the term aqueous. Aqueous means the solution in which solvent used is water. Now combines with sodium sulfate solution, again undergo mixing, resulting in formation of barium sulfate BaSO4. Physical state of this barium sulfate was found to be solid and sodium chloride aqueous. Now this barium sulfate in solid form appears as white PPT. It will appears as white PPT. Therefore the physical state of this PPT is said to be solid because PPT is termed as precipitate. PPT is termed as precipitate. Now, what is precipitate? This is the question. What is precipitate? It is a solid residue. It is a solid residue. That's why we have right here as solid. It is a solid residue formed during a reaction. So after the complete reaction, we will again measure the weight of this resulting reaction. It was found that the weight of the two vessels, means before the reaction or after the reaction, what comes out to be same. It means the mass of reactant before reaction and mass of product after the reaction will also comes out to be same. This proves that the law of conservation of mass is valid here experimentally. Next is second law, that is called as law of definite proportion. Law of definite proportion, also called as law of constant composition. Law of constant composition. As the name indicate, definite means fix, proportion means रेशो, कंपोजिशन मीन्स जो भी हम सब्सटेंस लेंगे उसके अंदर जो एलिमेंट्स का जो रेशो आएगा मास की फॉर्म में, दैट विल रिमेन्स फिक्स्ड. सो स्टार्ट इट. दिस लॉ ऑफ डेफिनेट प्रोपोर्शन वाज गिवन बाय साइंटिस्ट named as J.L. Proust in 1799, and law of conservation of mass was given by Antony Lavoisier, and this law is given by scientist named as J.L. Proust and was given in the year 1799. What does this state? This law states that a chemical compound, now this law states that chemical compound is always found to be made up of same elements. Chemical compound is always found to be made up of same elements every time, which combines together. Now these elements combines to form the compound, and how they combine, and these elements combines together in the same ratio, in the same ratio or in the same fixed ratio or the definite ratio, in the same fixed ratio by their mass. This is called as law of definite or constant composition. I repeat it again. This law states that a chemical compound is always made by combination of same elements, and these elements always combine in the same fixed ratio by their masses. जो भी elements combine करेंगे उनके जो mass का ratio आएगा, that will remain fixed for that particular element. Clear? How can we verify or how can we illustrate this law of constant composition? It can be illustrated as, suppose we have taken water. As we know, it is a compound which is formed by mixing of hydrogen and oxygen. So in this case the formula of compound is H2O. So water obtained from any source, water obtained from any source, maybe rivers, lake, tap, or from any source or from any country on the earth, from any source or from the any country, is always found to be made up of these elements, means hydrogen and oxygen. Water from any source, rivers, lakes, ponds, rain water, tap water, कहीं से भी हम इसको लें, and from any country, from any country it was found that the water consists of same elements. The water is found to be formed by combination of same elements, which will be named as hydrogen and oxygen, and these elements always combines together in fixed ratio by their mass. The mass ratio will always remain fixed when they combines to form the required compound. Clear? Suppose in this case we have this H2O. Now it was found that the ratio of their masses will be 1/8. This can be checked by taking 9 grams of water from any source and then decomposing this H2O. Now this H2O consists of two elements, hydrogen and oxygen, and number of atoms of hydrogen are 2 and number of atoms of oxygen are 1. Therefore 2 into H ratio 1 into O. This 2 stands for number of atoms. This H means atomic mass of hydrogen. 1 is number of atoms of oxygen multiplied by atomic mass of oxygen. To multiply atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 ratio. 1 multiply atomic mass of oxygen, that is 16. It comes out to be 2 ratio 16. More simplifying it comes out to be 1:8. It means ratio of hydrogen and oxygen in water is 1:8. And it can be proved by taking 9 gram of water. Suppose we have taken 9 gram of water from any source or from any country. Now when it is decompose means breakdown of this water, and it is not simply decompose, it will decompose only in presence of passing high amount of electricity. So it was observed that it produces two gases named as H2 and O2, and these gases were collected and were again found to consist of 1:8. It means by combination of this 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 gram of oxygen, we obtained 9 gram of water. This is a law of constant composition. Second example is, suppose we have taken carbon dioxide, or we have to prepare carbon dioxide. We can prepare it by number of ways, such as by passing oxygen through charcoal or coke, it forms CO2. Next, by heating calcium carbonate, limestone, it decomposes to produce calcium oxide with evolution of CO2. Or by adding hydrochloric acid to metal carbonate salt. In this case, the salt is of carbonate, metal is sodium. When combines with acid, it forms salt NaCl, produce water as well as CO2 gas. So we have prepared CO2 gas by using different methods. It was found that in each case the ratio of elements of C and O was found to be 12:32, because 2 multiply 16, 1 multiply 12. More simplifying it, the ratio comes out to be 3:8 by mass. It means from any method we have prepared CO2, in all the cases the ratio of masses of these elements was found to be 3:8. Hence the law of constant composition is verified here, illustrated here. Now from this law of constant composition we can also calculate the percentage of element in the compound, percentage of given element in the compound. Suppose we have CO2, we have calculated the percentage of CO2 in total compound. Then the formula is percentage of element in the compound is equal to mass of the element which is given to us divided by mass of the compound, जो भी compound का mass है, multiplied by 100. Suppose we have mass of element carbon is 12, mass of complete compound comes out to be 44, multiply by 100. By solving this we have the value of percentage of element in the compound, that is कार्बन कितना परसेंट है वो हमारे पास आ जाएगा. उसको माइनस कर देंगे 100 में से, हमारे पास ऑक्सीजन की परसेंटेज भी यहीं से कैलकुलेट होगी. क्लियर.